Welcome to Wembley, welcome to the start of your FA Cup semi-final weekend as Manchester City bid to keep their push for an incredible quadruple going. They're strong favourites against Brighton, who are playing at the National Stadium for just the 5th time ever, and they've never won here. City have been here 3 times just this season, and they won every time. Well, let's take a look at the teams that we'll be watching today, starting with Manchester City. 7 changes from Wednesday at Cardiff in the Premier League. Amongst those returning, Benjamin Mendy at left-back, finally fit for his first game since January, first start since November. Ilkay Gundogan and David Silva are back in midfield. The bang-in form Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling start too, while Sergio Aguero, he hasn't been risked due to a slight muscle tweak, so Gabriel Jesus stays in as the main man at the centre of the forward line. Brighton bring back Martin Montoya for Bruno at right-back, whilst Bernardo plays on the other side in preference to Gaetan Bong. Anthony Knockaert and Glenn Murray return to the starting 11. Jurgen Locadia is on the bench after a calf injury, but Solly March has been ruled out with a similar problem. Heard about that wonderful gesture that Raheem Sterling has done this week. He arranged and paid for 550 tickets for kids from his old school to attend the game today, Ark Elvin Academy. Sterling grew up in the shadow of Wembley. De Bruyne's ball in, and it's headed into the net. Brighton behind early, that's exactly what they didn't need. Gabriel Jesus has scored.
Well, it's a quite brilliant goal from Manchester City. Diagonal ball from left to right. Lovely layoff by Bernardo Silva, and then Kevin De Bruyne with the opportunity to deliver into the danger area, and oh, how he delivers into that back post area. Jesus flying, diving header to give Manchester City the lead. Beautiful crossfield ball from Laporte. Watch the cushioned volley from Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne in space, great delivery, fantastic, stooping header from Jesus at the back post. Incisive from Manchester City.
Well, it never takes them long, and that was as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4 and in. It's a sumptuous cross, and all Gabriel Jesus has to do is make correct contact.
You just sense that City are maybe just having a little rest. They've just dropped back.
Here's Basuma, trying to take advantage of that. It's a well-timed challenge by Otamendi, and another. Brighton are still on the attack. And the shot is wide. It was a little bit speculative, that one from Davy Pröpper. Didn't really hit it with any belief.
No, the opportunity, it was a half chance when it pops to him. David Pröpper, as you say, just pulls across it. Never really that commitment and strike on the target as it should have been.
There's plenty of belief in that Brighton end as they cheer that first attempt on City's goal. David Pröpper, once seen as a goal-scoring midfielder in the Dutch Eredivisie with PSV Eindhoven, but he's only got 1 goal for Brighton. This is his 72nd game for them. Otamendi. Plenty of time on the ball for everybody in the obsidian blue, which I think is the official term for City's change colours. Here's Sterling. David Silva kept it in, and Matt Ryan kept his eyes on it.
Well, David Silva will be disappointed. The ball was just a little bit heavy from Sterling in terms of the weight of pass, and he's stretching for it as he's trying to cut that back through the 6-yard box.
I remember saying the same thing at Fulham last week as Manchester City cruised to a 2-0 win. Their biggest danger seems to be if it becomes too easy for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've certainly taken their foot off the gas. They started so well. They really haven't forced the issue since then. They've been in control. There's been very little threat from Brighton. Could be themselves that are their own worst enemy here this afternoon.
Although it doesn't happen all that often, in fairness.
No, there's a coach on the side that certainly will try for that not to happen.
Played forward by Proper. Brighton have 2 up for a change. Jahanbash with a clear push. And Kyle Walker's pretty angry about it and has taken a real risk by dropping his head like that. That seemed to be a situation that would naturally diffuse, but Walker was livid.
That is crazy from Kyle Walker. And if Anthony Taylor deems that he's dropped his head, it's a headbutt, he's going to get a red card. There's a challenge from behind, there's a shove, yes. He felt it down his left Achilles. That's what he's aggrieved about. But then to react in that way...
It's that last slide down the nose that is the problem. They were both head-to-head, and actually, Jahanbash was going to have another go back himself. And it's up on the big screen that the video assistant referee will have a look at that. Paul Tierney is at Stockley Park, the VAR HQ. And
well, is it violent conduct?
He's having a look at that bit there. The first bit is a word in the ear of both of them. It's Kyle Walker at the end of it. It's how it's interpreted. It's down to opinion, isn't it?
Absolutely, Guy. And he's going to continue. The game's going to continue without a red card.
Should just confirm that both did get a yellow card for their rutting Stags impression. First time that we've had a review played out on the big screens for all the supporters inside Wembley Stadium to follow as well. Walker. Walker once more, out of his feet. De Bruyne. Walker. Cross is blocked by Jahanbash. Bounces over De Bruyne. Basuma has Murray to the left. He's going to have to use him, isn't he? Oh, maybe not. Out the other way to Knockaert. Knockaert can weave magic at times. He's weaved his way into the box for starters and got the shot in. Not far away.
Good break, just a poor decision from Kevin De Bruyne, which allowed Brighton to counter-attack. And then Knockaert in those positions, one-on-one, yes, have a go. Attacks Mendy, twists and turns, gets the right foot shot away, but always rising at the near post, Edison having it covered.
As the half has gone on, Brighton have got themselves into the game. Dunk to Bernardo. Murray was forcefully attacked for the ball by Nicolas Otamendi, who's on the totting up basis close to a caution himself now.
The guy clearly pushes Murray. Look at the way he attacks. The arm goes on his shoulder. He's pushing and leaning into him before he jumps to head the ball. I don't think you can have any arguments about that being awarded against him. It's a foul, a clear foul by the centre-half.
A little deeper this time. Manchester City are trying to keep Brighton as far away from their box as they can. Murray's ready. He's put it into the box, over the D. Brighton have the numbers here, and Dunk will let it run. They're going to go for the long throw into the penalty area surely now.
This is a good start at the beginning of his second half from Brighton and Hove Albion. Playing towards their own supporters who are very, very loud. Really behind their team.
It's not the long ball. It's Montoya into the feet of Proper instead, who's trying to win a corner. He's done that. Brighton continue to make progress. They've got another opportunity now.
Guy, they still believe.
Or do they? A whole lot more than they did around about half an hour ago. And the crowd is whipped up. Knockaert gestures to the Brighton fans, bring the noise. In from Knockaert and swinging in dangerously and cleared incredibly. That looked as though it was bound to cross the line.
No foul given. Corner kick for the clearance off the line. You can see headed down Murray, and then it's swept over by the right boot of Laporte. As it looks like Murray's going to hook it in, Laporte does enough to hook it over the crossbar.
What a save that is by Aymeric Laporte. Mendy. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. Towards De Bruyne. It's Duffy's header. Bissouma. Here's Gundogan. Nice and easy for Ryan.
Well, I think that's the first save Ryan's had to make in this second half. Gundogan chesting it down, then striking the left foot volley. Not really getting the pace or direction that was required.
A little bit of wobble on it, nothing to trouble the Aussie in the Brighton goal. Danilo. Mendy. What's he doing in that position? Losing the ball is the answer. Knockaert has a way out to Jahanbash. Jahanbash has Bernardo storming up to his left. Wrong decision, Ali Reza Jahanbash.
One touch too many. Good work from Raheem Sterling to recuperate the ball, and now City on the counter.
They've not been able to do this too many times. Bernardo Silva. Raheem Sterling. He's going to have a go. Saved by Ryan. Bernardo Silva. Sterling to have a pass to David Silva. Bernardo Silva, it hit Montoya. It's out to De Bruyne.
Well, this is Sterling's attempt. He's gone for position rather than power, trying to just wind that ball back into the corner. Ryan at full stretch to deal with it. But it came about from Jahanbash taking one touch too many on the edge of City's box. They counter up the other end and finish with Sterling having this attempt.
Manchester City are preparing their third change of the game. John Stones is going to come on. And he's getting the instructions from Rodolfo Borrell on the coaching staff that he's going to be coming on for Benjamin Mendy, which will mean a change at the back. In the meantime, City go forward. Sterling deflected, in fact more than deflected. It's an important block by Lewis Dunk.
Great block from Dunk, putting his body on the line, stopping the fierce drive from Raheem Sterling. Ball worked wide, Sterling slightly inside. Fires it towards goal. Captain's block.
It's back to the City you play for, Clive. Never quite sure what you're going to get.
Exactly.
They were good days, weren't they?
Great fun.
Knockaert with another Brighton free kick.
Guy, the hallmark of great teams and winning teams, that sometimes you don't play your best, but you find a way to get it done. Is that going to be the case for City today?
It's Knockaert in. It's a towering leap from Duffy. Good bit of defending at the back there from Gundogan, who's got it away. Duffy was down, Brighton fans were screaming.
Well, there were 3 City players that went for the same ball that Duffy attacked.
2 go for it again. Otamendi climbed highest, but here's Izquierdo. Izquierdo! Well held, Ederson. That was swerving back past him the other way.
Oh, I just wondered whether he actually gone past it, the way that ball was swerving. In the end, he grabs it on his chest. Oh, takes it on the right side of his chest.
And held on. And it was a good claim now. Just that little bit of extra swaz at the end from Izquierdo. Brighton and Hove Albion fans are giving it their all. The team have given it their all. Just caught out by a goal of sublime simplicity from Manchester City so early on in the game. Other than that, it's been an even contest, and it has been a contest. Many City games aren't this season.
Yeah, it's been a contest, and you have to give Brighton and Hove Albion a lot of credit for that.
Fernandinho. Now, that's a good shot. Good try to Danilo. He put everything he had into the effort.
When he comes from that left-back position to find a central midfield position, takes 2 touches to set himself up. It's a really fierce drive, but it's always rising over Ryan's bar.
3 minutes, minimum of 3 minutes. Shane Duffy's going forward.
And Anthony Taylor's given a free kick back.
Way back.
Jesus actually clipped Dunn to concede the free kick. Referee tried to give Brighton the advantage.
I think they might have it here with Ryan's free kick. Duffy and Dunk extra forwards. Duffy can't jump for it. Free kick again. Much closer to the penalty area. Fernandinho's foul.
Silly foul from Fernandinho. Duffy, the target, clearly pushes him. You can see here that the arms across the back of his neck. Is this the chance?
The mood amongst the Brighton fans is that they possibly think this is the last chance. Knockaert to take the free kick. Bernardo is jostling already with Fernandinho. In from Knockaert. It's up, but it's not away yet. And it's put back into the middle, and Laporte was there for City. Montoya. The flick didn't work, and City have a way through the middle. Jesus has Sterling to the left. It's a brilliant clip to Sterling! Straight at Ryan.
Great counter-attack, brilliant save by Ryan.
One back again by Manchester City. Sterling's waiting again. There's no way through to him. It's going to be a throw-in, and they'll not be in any hurry to take it. We are into the 3rd minute of injury time.
Wonderful run from Sterling, well found by Jesus. Left foot volley. Ryan really sharp down to his right-hand side to keep it out.
Manchester City seconds away from making it 6 wins in a row at Wembley. Overall form this season, making it 14 wins in a row in all competitions. For Brighton, it looks as though they'll still be winless at Wembley after 5 visits all-time in their history. Manchester City will be back here next month for the FA Cup final.
And City are enjoying their trips to Wembley Stadium.
A little bit of aggression in the closing seconds. Brighton frustration coming to the fore. Pep Guardiola knows the job is nearly done. A difficult job, a real test, as it was when they were here for the League Cup final against Chelsea that went all the way to penalties. Their last 2 visits here, they've shown the resilient side of themselves. They've got a bit of it all. Blue Moon starts to echo around Wembley. Another little scrap in the corner is the end point of the Emirates FA Cup semi-final. Chris Hughton will be proud of his players, but there the journey ends for Brighton Hove Albion. But Manchester City's quest for the quadruple continues. 1 goal, headed in by Gabriel Jesus. We'll see them back here in May to face either Watford or Wolverhampton Wanderers. Clive Allen has enjoyed the action with me this afternoon. Clive, your old club has made it to the FA Cup final, but goodness me, what a test they've had here today.
They've had a massive test. It was a really beautifully crafted goal by Pep Guardiola's team. After that, they were far from their best, but Brighton were rugged. Brighton stayed in this FA Cup tie right to the end. It was a wonderful semi-final, but City march on.
And can they do it? Can they possibly win all 4?
They certainly can. They have the ability to have strength in depth, and there's a great opportunity now. They've got 1 in the bag. This second one, a final to come.
It's Manchester City in the FA Cup final. The full-time score in the first semi-final this weekend. Manchester City 1, Brighton Hove Albion 0.